So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and this is especially for basically photographers, videographers, anybody who is running a company within the wedding industry, without the wedding industry, and it's essentially surrounding contracts and contracts law. Now, there seems to be a misconception in the world that I work in, especially, that anything in a contract is legal, period, end of. That is complete bullshit. Your contract is only as legal as a judge or a court says it is. In other words, every single one of your clauses have to be fair according to the unfair contract clauses legislation or whatever it is. I can't honestly remember what it is. And I spent this morning with a young lady. I say young, she's a little bit younger than me, in a court, who was taking a company to court for a refund. They refused that refund based on this particular clause. Now, I've got my laptop over here, so I'm going to turn around to the laptop and read it out. If the show is cancelled for any reason, whether that be within or outside the control of the Organisers Group Limited, the Organisers Group Limited will not be liable for any costs or losses incurred by the exhibitor. In addition to this, 100% of the total fee paid/owed for the event by the exhibitor will be taken towards pre-advertising and administrative costs should a cancellation take place. This clause includes, but is not limited to, cancellation due to weather-related issues, pandemics, local and national lockdowns. Any decision to cancel an event by the Organisers Group Limited shall be deemed to be the correct decision, whether related or otherwise. It is the exhibitor's responsibility to obtain their own event cancellation insurance, and such insurance is advisable. Basically, the judge at the court case this morning ruled that that is an unfair contract clause. It places all of the risks and all of the liability onto the attendee of that wedding fair, and nothing on the company. And within contract law, you have to share the risk. You can't just put all of the risk onto one thing. So for those people out there who have clauses in their contract that says your booking fee deposit is non-refundable, you must be able to demonstrate what that booking fee, etc., goes towards. Now, this company has said 100% of the total fee for the event will be taken towards pre-advertising and administrative costs. They have mentioned nothing about making a profit. Therefore, how do they make a profit on that? If all of that fee goes towards advertising and it all goes towards their internal costs, there is nothing about the profit. So it doesn't matter what is written in a contract. What matters is it fair? And if it goes to court, is it deemed unfair? So have a think about that. Now, from my own contract, let me explain why I have the same or a similar clause. Your booking fee is non-refundable. Your booking fee goes towards paying for the admin to do the booking fee, the emails, the time that I spend doing the emails. It goes towards paying for the transport cost to see it. Now, remember, I will drive hours to meet couples, and sometimes I'll actually lose out on that. It goes towards paying a percentage for my insurances, my cameras, my professional liability, professional indemnity. It goes towards paying a percentage towards my wedding albums that I have on show when I meet you, the brochures that I have on show when I meet you, the marketing material, all of that kind of thing. I only make a profit when I take and shoot when I take the final balance and shoot the wedding. That's where my profit is. The rest of it is all invested in there. So if I attend a sales meeting with a couple and they don't book, I've essentially lost all of that time and effort involved in that. So hence, that's the way that mine works. I believe that the Competitions and Marketing Authority ruled during the pandemic that you can't keep refunds, 100% of the refund. You have to be able to justify where part of that money goes and what it goes on to. You can't just say it's a complete refund. So moving on from that part of the contract law, it's also important for wedding photographers, videographers, the higher value suppliers within the wedding industry, to think about what their deposit, their booking fee is actually going to be. Mine is, give or take, around, what's 1, 2, 3, 2, 6, 3, 9. Mine is about 25% of the total balance, which is pretty fair as far as I'm concerned. I know some photographers, some videographers charge 45, 50 plus percent. You are on very, very dodgy ground if you take 50% booking fee or deposit and then say it's non-refundable. You will have to justify that whole 50%. On a personal level, from my business, I can justify why that 25% goes towards all of the cost it is with getting that inquiry and getting that booking in the first place. And I'm quite comfortable doing that. And I have done that legally as well. So couples out there, don't just say, or don't just take people's word for it, that when you've paid probably more than about 30%, 35% of the total balance in a booking fee, that it's non-refundable. It may well not be a lawful clause. So I hope that's helped a little bit. I'm not a solicitor. I'm not legally trained. So please take the advice as it's given.